From benchwarmer to superstar overnight, the story of Jeremy Lin's rise to fame is one of the greatest underdog tales in sports history. In February of 2012, Jeremy Lin burst onto the scene and ignited the NBA with a historic run of unmatched, mind-blowing performances, forever cementing his place in history as the creator of Linsanity. His ascent to fame was nothing short of extraordinary, especially considering the humble beginnings of his career prior to this momentous occurrence. Growing up, Lin went to Palo Alto High School in California, where he led his team to a state championship and was named First Team All-League and First Team All-State. He attended Harvard University, where he was a three-time All-Ivy League selection and was named the Ivy League Player of the Year in 2010. Despite his impressive college career, he went undrafted in the 2010 NBA Draft. Although overlooked in the 2010 NBA Draft due to his unathletic nature, Jeremy Lin refused to let that define him. He put in work and grinded his way through the Summer League with the Dallas Mavericks. His hustle earned him a 2-year contract with the Golden State Warriors, where he finally had the chance to play for his hometown team in front of his friends and family. But the road to success wasn't a smooth one. He was sent back and forth between the Warriors and their D-League team, the Reno Bighorns. He got cut not once, but twice. But just when it seems like his career was over, he got a call from the Knicks and landed in the Knicks roster in late 2011. Jeremy Lin was stuck on the bench that season, watching his team lose game after game. He was a bench warmer, averaging just 6 minutes of playing time per game in 2012. But little did anyone know that that was all about to change. On February 4th, the Knicks coach Mike D'Antoni, fed up with the losing, decided to shake things up and give Lin a shot. With the team's star scorers, Amari and Melo, injured, Lin had the chance to take the ball and run the Knicks offense. This was his chance to prove himself, but there was a catch. On February 4th, as the New Jersey Nets visited Madison Square Garden, the deadline for contracts to become guaranteed for the rest of the season was just a week away, and Lin's future in the NBA was on the line, given he was not adding much to the team. His agent even warned him that if he didn't play well, the game could be his last in the league. So the pressure was on, and the stakes were high. With the thought of his dreams fading away lingering in his mind, Lin was determined to make the most of this opportunity. Despite being a benchwarmer who had played just 55 minutes all season, Lin was suddenly thrust into the spotlight when the Knicks needed a spark against the New Jersey Nets. With a chance to prove himself, he took the opportunity and dropped 25 points, dished out 7 dimes, and grabbed 5 rebounds in just 36 minutes off the bench. The Knicks won that game 99-92, and fans had no idea what they just witnessed. Lin was in shock himself. When asked to explain his performance, he said, "It hasn't really sunk in yet. It's like I'm still in shock about everything that happened, but I'm just trying to soak it all in right now." Little did he know, that one game would be the start of the most insane moment in his life. 2 nights after his breakout performance against the Nets, Jeremy Lin was on fire, slicing up the Jazz like a hot knife through butter, scoring 28 points and dishing out 8 assists. He followed that up by crossing up John Wall, making him look like a rookie, and throwing it down on the Washington Wizards, scoring 23 points and dishing out 10 assists in the Knicks' 3rd straight win. But the peak of Linsanity came on February 10th of 2012 when the Knicks faced off against the Lakers at the Mecca of basketball, Madison Square Garden, on national television. Lin outshined even the legendary Kobe Bryant, scoring a career-high 38 points and hitting a dagger 3 right in front of the Lakers bench. He got the win over the Lakers, and the crowd went wild. On February 14th, he solidified his legendary status, hitting a game-winning 3-pointer against the Toronto Raptors with less than a second remaining in front of a 20,000 season-high crowd at the Raptors Air Canada Centre. He scored 27 points and tallied 11 assists in the game to give the Knicks a 90-87 win. Lin had become the first player to score at least 20 points and register 7 assists in each of his first 5 starts, carrying a struggling Knicks team on his shoulders for 3 weeks, leading them to 7 straight wins and 10 wins in 13 games. As Jeremy Lin continued to dominate on the court, shredding defenses and dishing out alley-oops to Tyson Chandler, commanding the floor like a seasoned veteran, the NBA world couldn't get enough of him. He averaged 22.3 points and 9 assists per game over that magical stretch, and the craze surrounding his sudden godlike mode became known as Linsanity. Lin went from sleeping on his brother's couches and being mistaken for a team trainer by the MSG security guys, to landing on back-to-back Sports Illustrated covers, gaining the attention of the entire NBA world. He was even added to the Rising Stars roster during the All-Star weekend after his sudden ascent to stardom. Lin was on fire, and the Knicks were winning games left and right. But, as all good things, must come to an end. The Knicks were struggling, losing 6 straight games to the start of the month of March, and leading to the replacement of head coach Mike D'Antoni with Mike Woodson. From the start, Mike Woodson's strategy did not flow well with Jeremy's strengths. He relied on fewer pick and rolls and more isolation plays, making it difficult for Lin to excel on the court. Lin's numbers dropped significantly, and he was no longer the MVP that he was in February. On March 24th, during a game against the Detroit Pistons, Lin suffered a torn meniscus and was forced to exit the game. And like that, just like that, Linsanity was over. Lin underwent season-ending surgery in April and would never play for the Knicks again. He sat out the rest of the 2012 season and became a restricted free agent. The Knicks chose not to match the Houston Rockets' 3-year, $25 million contract offer, which included a $14.8 million poison pill in the 3rd year, and Lin signed with the Rockets. The Rockets had just acquired James Harden right before the season opener. Harden, a ball-dominant pick-and-roll player just like Lin, was chosen by the Rockets head coach McHale to run the offense through. Lin still managed to play all 82 games and averaged 13.4 points per game in the 2012-2013 season and helped the Rockets make it to the playoffs. But the following season, Lin's role shifted to the bench, and his minutes were reduced as he was replaced by Patrick Beverley in the starting lineup. But despite this, Lin recorded the best shooting numbers of his career so far back in 2014 for the Rockets, with 44.6% field goal percentage and 35.8% three-point percentage. Lin signed with the Lakers in the offseason and went on to shoot a career-high 36.9% from 3 in 2014, though his minutes and points per game decreased from the previous year. Lin went on to play for the Charlotte Hornets and the Brooklyn Nets in the next 2 seasons. Jeremy Lin was on the brink of a resurgence, or so we thought. Lin was showing great performance as a starter for the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, with an average of 14.5 points per game, which was his best since his time with the Knicks. Fans were starting to believe that Linsanity was making a comeback, but then injuries. Lin missed 46 games for the Nets in 2016-17, but finished the season strong. But then, in the opening game of the next season, Lin suffered a serious injury to his patella tendon. It was like a cruel twist of fate. He missed the entire season. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Lin returned to the court in 2018, where he played for both the Atlanta Hawks and Toronto Raptors as a bench player. Finally, in his final NBA stint with the Raptors, Lin went on to win an NBA championship in 2019 and become the first Asian American to do so. He played just 27 minutes in the playoffs, but it was enough to make history. Unfortunately, that was Lin's last year in the NBA. By the age of 30, Lin was forced to move on from the NBA following the 2018-19 season, as no team wanted to sign him. But Lin left the league with a championship ring in his final season, so that's something that no one can ever take away from him. But his early success would come to haunt him for much of his NBA journey. After exiting the NBA, Lin took his talents to the Chinese Basketball Association, the CBA, by signing with the Beijing Ducks for the 2019-20 season. Despite receiving offers to play in Russia, Israel, and the EuroLeague, Lin chose to play in China. He had an impressive season, averaging 25 points, 5.6 assists, and 5.7 rebounds across 39 games. During the offseason, Lin returned to the Golden State Warriors organization, this time to play for their G League affiliate, the Santa Cruz Warriors. He continued to impress, averaging 19.8 points and 6.4 assists in 9 games. However, he returned to China for the 2021-22 season after the COVID-19 pandemic. Lin joined the Guangzhou Long Islands for the 2022-23 season, but his stay was short-lived as he announced his departure on December 29th, averaging just 11.6 minutes, 6.9 points, 2.3 rebounds, and only 2.1 assists per game. Despite the brief stint, Lin's experience in the CBA was a successful one, where he was able to showcase his skills and continue to build on his already impressive career. He was a fan favorite and a leader on the court, known for his dynamic scoring and playmaking abilities. Lin's journey in the CBA may have come to an end, but his impact on the league and his fans will be long-lasting. Jeremy Lin's story is one of resilience and determination. Despite being overlooked in the 2010 NBA draft and bouncing around the league, Lin never gave up on his dream of becoming an NBA player. His incredible performance during the 2011-2012 season with the New York Knicks, where he led the team to a 7-game winning streak and became a household name, will forever be remembered as Linsanity. Though his success was brief, his impact on the league and the representation of Asian American players will always be remembered. He served as an inspiration to many, proving that with a little bit of Linsanity, one can achieve the impossible. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of Jeremy Lin's Linsanity movement. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more outstanding content.